I'm not counting and that any money from
But I
any
mean, I might
this,
do something else. I don't know what.
right?
I mean, I just want you to know, might do something else. Words
People might
and
doing something else is what I bank on in the whole of life, actually. I mean, it's my best bet through it all.
well, that's all I gotta say about that.
It's the sideways thing that I'm having trouble controlling
I know
the
you're trying to
momentum of.
frame me up in a shot that you can
I'm
put
not.
into your
You
program.
you haven't
Yeah.
been put in any of my shots in this role. I mean,
I don't know that I'm that concerned about it, really. I mean, I think that, it was an interesting discussion that we had the last time about what would you be concerned about, what you would say that you would have to be. Um, in my thought that was from a corporate viewpoint, this could be very, very fucking potentially bad for for getting hired in another job if something like this exists. You know, but the thing is, that's not my reality.
right?
That's not my reality.
No,
I mean,
mine
my
neither.
reality is
Exactly.
right here
Yeah.
in the backyard of this place.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the luxury we have that I kind of feel that's exactly a shade of the potential of this project to me. It's like we're in a unique place and time in history where we have that
Mm-hmm.
freedom,
Right.
and why
Right.
not?
Okay. So
I don't know.
I like
Like
that
to
you
me,
see that. I like that you
I
see
do,
that. Yeah.
and as
So
rudimentary as it is, or maybe like if we don't utilize that to express ourselves freely, then we're in my mind like
there's
doing a disservice to
well,
that
you're
freedom
right. I
that we
mean,
have in a way,
this
you know?
aspect of life is will never be known. I
Yeah,
mean,
like if we
in the
let's.
larger
I want to see it pushed forward. Is
yeah.
exactly like
All right.
in the freedom of
So you're saying if your heart is is of good spirit and there's nothing to hide, then yeah,
absolutely.
record away.
Yeah, exactly. If you're speaking from your genuine self,
Well,
living
listen, if you're a
human
mean
self.
motherfucker and you are, I don't
If
want you
that's
recording me right now, all right?
well, even
Because
that, if
yeah,
you're
you
okay
can
with
record
that,
because
then
I'll tell you
that's
that unless you get this in
but that's a good point of that's not who we are. But even
no.
if you were, and that was the side of humanity you want to show, I think that's part of the freedom of speech democracy that we're
Well,
trying to
don't
build.
you think that you are
Of
a pretty lucky woman that in your wild, escapades and adventures in your life, which I know you have had, and I can't even imagine the adventures, but I know that you have had, great adventures. That you came out alive at the end like this, on the end.
yeah,
I mean, that's kind
it's
of
awesome.
remarkable.
It is remarkable and awesome and fantastic and worthy of appreciation and gratitude for, for sure. Yeah, I start and end most days. If I'm aware and conscious, that's how I try to start and end every day. Is with appreciation, gratitude for that very fact.
Yeah.
That,
Well, I mean, it's
that
pretty
I'm
obvious.
both, that I'm capable and a manifestation of this whole evolutionary process, and that I'm fucking lucky to be born here and now and
Right.
have the universe,
And you're
behind
not
me
and you're
in this
not too
time and place.
angry most of the time.
Yeah, I try not to be. I see that as a choice. I see that as any entity ages, we all get that choice to be either bitter and rigid and angry over what we got, or fluid and entertained and delighted by what we got, and that's just an internal choice that I don't think the universe gives a fuck what you choose, but like it's how you know
It
how you
depends on the
feel about
individual.
having a shitty life or a good life
You
makes a big difference to the individual. Like, so why not choose having a good
some
life?
people would say, "You don't understand
Some
me."
people would rather choose a fucked up life. I see it every day. Most, like, even understanding they have a choice. A lot of people think this is where religion sometimes comes in. A lot of people think, like, no, I have to have a fucked up life because I need to pay tribute to, or, you know,
Right, yeah.
there's a lot of weird fucked up
Penance, you have
things.
to pay
Penance,
penance.
exactly. Like, humans do a lot of weird shit and suffering,
Yeah.
so.
Well,
I don't pretend, I don't know the
so
answer
what
to
do you
all
know?
of it, but my choice is fuck that
I
shit.
think
Let it go. And
people are animals.
yeah, me too.
I
I think
and
it's
that
all made
when
up.
you die, you die.
I think it's all made
You
up.
know.
Why not make up a story that makes you feel fucking good and allows you to enjoy life instead of a story that
Well, no, it's just a
helps you
story that
suffer?
was made up, not for your enjoyment. It was a story made up in order to control masses of people
Well, a lot of people
to
live by
have
that story, yeah.
civilization.
But I mean,
You
to
know, so
me,
you
it's
make rules
you, even
so that you
within
have
that story, you get to tell yourself, I mean, I agree with you totally. A lot of people make up their story within the context of another story that was made up by other people. But if you realize that ultimately you're always making up your own story, then still sometimes people choose a story that
Well, that's what I'd say to you about
is.
when we're jamming and you don't want to play someone else's song. It's like, well, you know, I mean, they already wrote all the words and the basic melody is right there. All we got to do is take what they've already done and now do our own version. And you don't and you'll give me you'll say that that's not acceptable.
I haven't said it's not acceptable. I said it's not my favorite. And right now where we're at, I'm all for that. If we can get through a beginning, middle, and end of a fucking song and then make it whatever,
Well, I mean,
better
we
than
got
nothing.
we have a few. I mean, we I don't know what's going on. I like that. We. That's great.
Oui, oui, it's so French.
We. You know, wow. If I could only hear myself say that. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Um, So I mean, Tony is obviously a really good guitar player, and I hear that because when he's not here, and when Mario plays, when Bob plays, whatever, there's none of those. I don't know who's playing what with when they're all
Yeah, no,
together,
Tony's
you know. But I
our
mean,
lead guitar player. Yeah.
you know, I mean, Tony apparently is playing all the stuff that I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guitar player. Yes. Yes, sir.
So, yeah, but so what I'm saying is, um, I hope that we can all get together on Friday, this coming Friday, which is a week from tonight, and have a practice where we can sit down and talk, you know, and have an adult conversation about what the fuck it is that we're trying to do. And you know, wouldn't that be reasonable?
I laugh because no, not really. No, but I mean, yes and no. Come on. An adult, the way you put that, I'm like, yeah.
Well, I mean, what is our what are we doing? What is our objectives?
You've been bringing that, and I don't know. Like, I've tried bringing that up a few times, and I think we're less close to knowing that than ever. So it's a
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man.
funny time
It's
for you
kind of
to try
weird.
to bring it up because I'm
Yeah,
like,
but I
at the
think, but you know,
beginning
this
or a
couple
while
of
back
weeks
would have
we
been.
have taken a break is
Uh,
gonna when we come back together next weekend, next week, next Friday. I think we're going to be really and the thing is, I like the idea of playing it like we're doing 5 songs in a row. I mean, we're doing five. No, we're doing 5 songs. Yeah, so we're starting out with this song. We break into the next song. We finish that song. Break into the next one. There's no him and
Yeah, so if
humming
you want
about
to play
anything.
like at a bar, 20 songs
Yeah,
times 3
right.
sets, like, or at
Well, there
least
you
2.
go. Okay, so that's what
That's what we need to aim
I'm talking
for.
about. Saying let's get closer to that, doing that.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you got to do your stage front, whatever that is.
But yeah,
Uh,
no, if you want to get paid, you got to play at least a solid hour, if not an hour and a half
but
at
I
a
mean, I'm
time.
just saying that you as
Yeah.
the front man in the rock and roll band, it has to, be coming up with some, pretty, attentive kind of comments and stuff that you use over and over again.
I agree with, I kind of hear what you're saying. I totally agree with you. And yeah, front person needs to have a repertoire and
Yeah,
also
there you go.
need to boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
work
yeah.
through a fucking set list
Right,
and
right.
have a band that backs
Yeah.
you up and
Right, right, no, yeah,
know that you're without more
whether or
than
not you're controlling it,
10 or 15
you
seconds
appear to be controlling the
between.
whole
Oh, and
thing.
once you know that once you start a fucking song, that
Yep,
yeah, your band's gonna
yep,
be there with you
yep.
and be bombed.
You're gonna, yeah,
Yeah, no, I've been watching
absolutely.
musicians do that for a long
Forever.
while, and
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of failures and successes. And
No,
I aim to have some of each. I'm
I
okay
believe
with
I could
feeling
be a
some.
rock and roll drummer.
I could believe I could.
I believe I
Hey,
can be a rock and roll
you
drummer.
are, Kirk. You're in a rock and roll band. Yeah. We have, to get out there and take your drum set places and play.
I will. I will
You'll see.
carry it. I
It's
will carry it on my back
it's
for you, just so I punish myself
just
because you believe
just
that
say fuck
punishment
you. See.
is involved. Punishment must be
No,
involved.
I don't. That's not even where I'm going with it. It's just that it just seems to be the truth of it. Like you got to do it for the love of it, not because you're thinking somebody's going to pay you an equal amount for your time. And the drummer's the most true of all of that, like because your shit's the heaviest. So
Right.
that's just what I've observed so far. There's always
Right.
exceptions to every rule. There's always a way to change that if you want, but that's the way
Well,
it
it's because
currently is.
I listen. I already solved that issue. So
Cool.
I got the kit. I got this electronic kit is the smallest kit. It's like the post whatever it's for this. But
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
you
no,
still
no,
gotta pack it up and move it back.
no. But the thing
That's
is no.
what
All I got
people
to
do
do
these
is
days.
I got it. Fits in the back of my on the back of my cargo carrier. I
Right.
just pick up the whole thing and fucking set it in there, and it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I could actually move around this kit pretty easily, and I'm getting to where I want to. I'm getting to where I want to. Just want to. Playing with want to. I'm finishing with want to.
It's a good ending.
Want to. Want to.